What is up, everybody? Trevor Jones here with my friend Darren James, who is an agent that is just simply crushing it. He has a bunch of tips that he's going to share with you today about how you can do the same thing. In 2016, his team was the #1 team in all of EXP for production. And as even currently today, he's the #1 team for EXP in all of Louisiana. He's got a team of 9 agents, and he's just killing it. He gives a bunch of tips. And on this channel, I teach real estate agents how to grow their businesses using video and other tips and tricks that help you grow. And I'm super excited to welcome Darren James to our show today. How you doing, Darren?
Woo, man, I'm fired up. I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
Dude, I'm super excited to have you. Now tell us, just give me a little bit of your backstory, Darren. How you've been doing this? Tell me about your business.
Sure, man. Almost 20 years in the business. Former career in law enforcement. I worked for the Louisiana State Police for 10 years, and got into real estate. Took a position in investigations. I had to find a way to supplement my income. Led me to real estate. Long and story short, fell in love with the business and career change in 2006 to do real estate full time. I was doing it part time from 2001 to 2006. When I left state police in 2006, I was selling 52 houses a year part time as a single agent. I had the opportunity to manage 2 Coldwell Banker offices. I was a Coldwell Banker at the time, and grew those offices. Ended up moving my license over to Keller Williams in 2008, March of 2008. And I was their top producer for my market center for 2008, 2009, 2010. Awesome. And ended up opening my own real estate brokerage, Darren James Real Estate Experts, in April of 2011, and stayed there until I joined EXP in 2016. And it's been great.
How you liking EXP?
Man, it's fantastic. I haven't found a brokerage that gives you the opportunity that they give you.
Awesome. Tell me this. How'd you do? How many homes did your team sell in 2019? It's 2020 now. How'd you do in 2019?
Almost 300 homes. But we had the year before that was 486. The year before that was 517. We lost a couple of top producers to other industries and stuff. One went into insurance, one went into the politics arena, and so you bounce out back from that the best you can. We're going to do probably well over 400 this year.
Well, that's awesome. Now, people would kill, like, it sounds like fantasy numbers for some people to do 400 homes in a year. How do you do it? What is your main source of leads, of business?
76% of my business comes directly from sphere of influence. The remaining comes from the internet. I do a lot of internet marketing. I also try to find ways to think outside the box. Even when I first got into the business, I wanted to outwork anybody else because we had 3,000 agents in my Greater Baton Rouge area, and so no one knew who I was when I first got started. No one knew Darren. No one knew anything about me, and frankly, I hadn't sold any homes. So how do I beat that stigma?
So how do you start? What would you tell? What specific action would you tell a brand new agent watching this? They're like a month into it. They have no listings. They don't know what to do. Their cold calling is not working for them. What do you tell them to do?
They need to borrow somebody else's stuff, and you need to find somebody that's a mentor with a proven track record for success and duplicate what they're doing. And so what I mean by that is, like, for example, don't have any listings. I'm sure your brokerage has listings. Hold those open and start generating. And then also go download something called Business Base. What Business Base is, everybody always talks about, it's all who you know that makes you successful. And that's not necessarily the truth. It's who you know that knows what you do that makes you successful. Because I may know Trevor, and he's my best friend, but if I don't know Trevor can help me with video, I don't know if Trevor can help me in my real estate business, I don't know if Trevor can help me do this or that, then I'm not going to know to call Trevor when I need those services. And so you cannot be a secret agent in this business. You really have to get out there. When I first started, I put 25 business cards in my pocket every day, and I didn't let my head hit that pillow at night until all 25 were gone.
How would you get rid of those? Where would you go?
So basically, if I had to go to the bank, I put one in the teller, the little tube that you send your money to the teller. Send the card to the teller. She'd send me the tube back. I'd put one in the tube for the car behind me to pick up. Then I would go into an elevator at a doctor's office, maybe drop one on the ground on an accident or whatever. Go to McDonald's, buy the person's meal behind them, give them a business card, thank them for their service. If I'm going through a toll booth, or if I'm going through whatever, I'm paying for the person behind me, give them a business card, because it's different. You got to be first, or you got to be different in everything you do in life.
Those are brilliant ideas. That's awesome. That's awesome. What do you do today? Like you said, 70-some% of your business is coming from referrals now. How do you stay in front of your sphere?
Well, there's a big difference between customer service and customer experience. And so I'm big about building an experience for people. So when I first got started in this business, I knew that people were very, very important to growing a business, whether it be me as a single agent, take care of the customers, and they were considered the people. They still are the people today. But now that I have a team, I got to take care of those. So those are my customers as well, my team members. So I got to take care of my team members and my clients on top of that. So I built a business off of the people. Now, what keeps me up at night is the processes. How do I always improve the processes to make it better for someone else? And then the product that I give the consumer, I want it to be something that's extraordinary, the best that I can possibly give. So I'm big on building the customer experience. So one of the things that I do, I came across a deal called Client Giant in my business, and I utilize that in my business on all of my closings. And so basically, whenever a house goes under contract, I immediately send to the client a scalp massager for their head and some Tylenol and some Advil, and say, hey, look, this might be stressful, but we're going to make it not so stressful to you. And then I send them moving boxes. Hey, this is just one less thing you got to worry about. Sincerely, your realtor, Darren, or whatever the case may be. And so I'm always looking at ways to improve the experience. After they close on my house, I go 1 week after they close, I have my handyman check in with them. Hey, do you need anything tightened up around your house? Darren told me to call you to see if you need, you got a leaky sink, leaky faucet, whatever the case may be. I also send the lawn service 2 weeks after that. They go cut their grass complimentary as part of me, and so forth and so on. And a lot of people say, well, man, that takes a lot of money. Well, not in the grand scheme of things. It takes, you got to look at the grand scheme of what the return on the investment is and lead from a mindset of abundance instead of scarcity.
Right. Awesome. And so these are things obviously you're doing with every transaction. Are you doing anything regularly to stay in front of your sphere as far as like email or social media or anything like that?
Absolutely. So every person in my database that I've ever sold a house to, and I have a database of 60,000 people.
60,000, 60,000?
Yeah, 60,000 in my database. So I haven't sold that many houses, but that's the total number in my database that I've grown over time. And so with that being said, so I do an email to them once a week on something of a different topic, something of value. So I touch my people 48 times a year, roughly, is what I like to touch them.
Right.
So you hear the some people believe in a 33 touch program, right? Something to that effect. I take it one step further, and I go 48 with mine. So I'll send them something of value, like a tip of the day. Whether it be an app that they could possibly use. The last one I did was an app on my phone called TurboScan. And anybody in any industry can use that. So if you're an attorney, if you're a CPA, if you're a home builder, it's an app on your phone that basically allows you to turn your phone, your mobile phone, into a portable scanner. I mean, it's not anything of, oh my gosh, that's real estate related.
But it's just a tip. You're giving value.
That's
every email is value.
Every email is value. Yep. And so I do that four times a month, once a week. And I use a system called BombBomb there. So I'll do that directly through BombBomb video email software. And so that's one of the things I do. I also, I'm big into video. I'm getting really big into video. So you can see a whole lot. I just hired my first videographer full time yesterday on my staff. So that's something.
Wow.
So I got a full-time videographer and a full-time social media guy that's going to handle, and they're going to put everything together and try to coordinate all of this. Who knows where?
Are you going to start doing the Gary Vee thing where they're following you around and it's your life?
That's what it is.
Oh, nice.
That's what it is. So we'll see what happens.
Gary Vee 2.0.
That's it.
In Louisiana with Grant Cardone's accent,
That's exactly right. Oh, Grant's from Lake Charles. That's about 3.5 hours away from me.
Yeah. You know?
No, I don't know him. No, not directly. No.
Read his books?
I like it. I've read his books. Yep. 10X. I'm on. Yep. I read all that stuff. I follow him on Facebook. Yep.
That's awesome.
Built a great deal. In fact, I was going to advertise at one point with his company that does his advertising.
Yeah.
It's called Two Market Media, and that's who handles all his social media and all that type of stuff for him. I mean, they do a really good job.
Okay, awesome. Now here's what I want. Like the things that are super helpful are like the specific actions. Now for the new agent, what do you think they should do in a day? Let's say, I know you get up at 4 a.m., but like normal people might get up at 6 or 7 or 8. What do you think a new agent, how should they structure their day? What would be your advice to them? That the physical things they should do every day.
It's funny that you asked this. So I do a business planning clinic every Thursday for new agents or with any company, doesn't matter. And this was my topic yesterday, matter of fact, about what do you do? And the first thing that I recommend people to do is recognize white space. And what I mean by that is look at the calendar and see how much white space you have. And then go out there, for example, there's a neighborhood in everybody's city, right? Go become the expert of that neighborhood. Go stand out there, get a video, shoot a video from your car. Hey, this is, for example, my neighborhood is University Club Plantation, so that's where I live. So if I was a brand new agent, I'd go out, take a picture of the front of the neighborhood. Hey, this is Darren James. I'm standing out in front of University Club Plantation. Let me tell you a little bit about this neighborhood. And then I would drive through it. And I would video the drive-through so people can see what the surroundings are. They would see what the houses look like. And then I would say, hey, if you're interested in more information about this neighborhood, you can visit my website or whatever the case may be. And I would build a blog post about that. You can do a single property website through a company called Adobe Spark and make a Spark page for that. It doesn't cost any money to do it. And so just build that out and publish it and you can build multiple websites and become the mayor. Or if you have a smartphone, most people do, they have a smartphone. So one of the things you can do is go into to WordPress. WordPress is an app on the iPhone. Go into WordPress. You're out there, showing a property. Let's just say a brand new agent showing their first property. Right. Hey, this is Darren James. I'm out here at 1234 Smith Street showing this property. It's Trevor Jones's listing. This is a fantastic home, guys. If you want to see this property, I'm waiting for my clients to get here right now. You need to contact me, take pictures of it, and build a blog post about it. And then at that point, you eventually become the mayor of that city. You become an authority of information there.
That's brilliant.
Go talk to your businesses. A new business open up, new pizza company down the road, new barbecue place, whatever the case may be. Interview those owners. When there comes time for somebody that they know in their network that's going to buy or sell a house, they're going to remember you and interview them. How'd you get started? What's the specials of the day? What are you doing? And cross-reference that information, build blog posts about it, because this is all about content marketing. This is a contact sport, and it's about building content. Contacts and content.
Yep.
That's what it's about. And then you got to be consistent and you got to be persistent in your message. So that's the other C, consistency, because you can't do this today and then you want to sleep in your bed for 3 hours the next day, and then the very next day you want to get up and try to do it again. You need to be consistent every single day and do it every single day, because that's what, the early bird gets the worm, number one, but consistency builds following, and it's true.
100%. Now, you also said you switched from part-time to full-time, and there's a lot of people, like I had to do that. There's a lot of people that end up doing that. Do you have any advice for somebody wanting to go from part-time to full-time? How do you do it?
Well, basically what I did was, number one, I prayed about it. They had a lot of prayer going on in that because it was a full-time position, right?
Yeah.
So, but the thing is that you need to make sure you have systems in your place to where you can do that. And that's the first thing that I did whenever I first started. I looked at the business-based model, and I was going on that channel a little while ago. When first one getting started, they need to have a business base, because, if you go to something called Prospects Plus, it's a website.com. They have something that you can download called Business Base. And it basically allows you to refresh your memory on people that you wouldn't think of normally in an everyday situation. Who needs to know you? Like, who cuts your hair? Who is your children's bus driver? Who's your children's school teacher? Who are their coaches? Who is your coaches? Who is your accountant? Who's your CPA? All that type of stuff. And it just allows you to contact those people to stay in touch with them, right?
Right.
And so that's one of the things that I would recommend doing. Download that business base first and make sure you have a good group of people, because it's exponential marketing. I would write down, for the new agent going part-time, I would write down 100 names that are people that know, like, and trust me right now. And right. I would start marketing to them immediately, because exponential marketing, effectively, if you market to 100 people, you're really marketing to 100 times 100. That's 10,000 people that you're marketing to. That's going to generate you roughly 33 sales in a year's time period.
Wow.
Because the average person knows somebody that's going to buy, sell, invest, or relocate in the next year. And so, someone looking to go that 33 sales, depending on your price point, can give you a fantastic living, especially if you have NAR statistic, 8 to 12 houses a year. So.
Wow. Now, how much are you still out doing listings and showing buyers? Is your team all doing that? Are you managing, or are you actually doing the work these days?
No, I'm managing and I'm doing listings. So of the almost 300 homes that the team sold last year, I brokered 130 of those by myself, just me.
Oh, wow.
No team, no nothing. And so I'm still out there doing it, but that's all listing inventory. I don't work with generally any buyers. I have the team on a round robin basis. So as internet leads come in, Trevor would get one and John would get one. Trevor would get one, John would get one.
Right.
It's on a round robin basis, and that's how it's done, and it's very fair that way. And we convert and close internet leads at right around 2.3%. So the numbers aren't stellar. 2 to 3% is roughly the national.
That's great for internet leads. That's amazing. Are you kidding?
So we're in there, but I want to get the numbers up higher, obviously. But AI, artificial intelligence, taking over some things this year. It's really big, and also some chat bots and stuff. So there's a lot of different things that allow you to help you with the conversion aspect of it.
That's amazing. Now, on my last questions, what is one book that every agent needs to read?
Relentless by it's actually by Tim Grover is who it is. In fact, let me show you this. It's on my Audible. I was listening to it earlier today. But yeah, it's a fantastic book. And it just talks about someone being a cooler, going to being a closer, basically from good to great to mastery at that level, and how he basically started out helping firemen, helping teachers, helping sports people who were just average at that point become good, then go from good to great, and then go from great to mastery, all starting with a mindset. And that's where it all started. And basically, if you change the way you look at things and you change the way you think about things, your whole outcome can change at that point. Right. And so, like I'll give you a perfect example. Today, I had 3 deals fall through before I got on this webinar today. One fell through. It was a contingent sale. Lady had her stuff packed in the back of a vehicle, was moving into one of my listings today, and the sale of her house fell through. Oh. And so it happens, right? The other ones fell through, or the two other ones fell through for different reasons. And so, a lot of times it's not how many times you get knocked down in life, it's how many times you get back up and continue to fight. So I could be down, depressed, and oh my gosh, I lost 3 deals. But the thing is that just drives me to work harder to get those other houses that I have on the market under contract and to change the lives of that many more people. And so that's what the deal is that you got to keep moving forward. This is a very hard business, but everybody has the same amount of time in a day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's what you do and how you maximize that time that makes you successful in this world.
Yep. I mean, everybody's got the same 24 hours. Some end out homeless. Some turn into Darren James. Some of them turn into Elon Musk with the same 24 hours, right? So it's like, we've got all of it. We've got all the power. We got everything we need.
Right.
That's awesome. Do you have any final words, any final tips for our agents watching this, especially those that are like wanted to crush it with video and social media?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Anytime that your listeners, your viewers have any questions for me, they can always reach out to me. They can get my contact information just by texting the word CARD, C-A-R-D, to the number 88,000. C-A-R-D to 88,000. Please feel free to reach out to me. I'm here to help all of your viewers. I really appreciate the opportunity to be with this today. And, I'm an open book, so I want to see everybody be successful. Leads from a mindset of abundance. There's a whole lot of business to go around for all of us, and everybody can have an unbelievable life.
Absolutely. And your YouTube channel, how do they find you on YouTube?
Just go type Darren James Realtor on YouTube, and that's where they'll get me. Same thing with Instagram.
And it'll pop up. Awesome. Dude, thank you so much. I want you guys all to go to Darren James' channel right now. Subscribe, check out a few of his videos, get some ideas from there. And if you got anything out of this, I want you to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like, what are you thinking? And I cannot wait to see the content that you guys create and how you crush your business is following some of the tips that this guy provided. A ton of great tips, a ton of great resources. Hope you were paying attention. I'll try to get those links from Darren so I can include them down below, but a lot of great resources for you guys to grow your business. And also don't forget to check out that video, that playlist right there with some more killer ideas for growing your business. Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you guys next time.